So long as like alchemy.
Warning, the social media accounts are spoofs. The storylines are real.
Well, and against the Clippers, after that line, 32-16, you said you were only at about 50%. What are you at now, big boy?
He's gotten a little bit up. Still working on my condition, so I'll say 69%. So I'm at 69%, so he's getting the... I was talking about we were basically talking about my condition level, right. But I think he's getting there. He's getting there. I think I'm at 81%.
81?
Okay. You are randomly picking numbers. Does that make sense?
Not going to be able to do it. Jalen. Now, I don't really necessarily think he was too upset about Joel saying 69%. He was more hurt or in his feelings about his lady calling the Cameroonian big boy, right? I think that was the key phrase that triggered Jalen's emotion. But Jalen, man, come on, you better than that. Being from the D, you know the rules. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Next up, Giannis Antetokounmpo and assistant coach Sean Sweeney. And it looks like he's telling him he gonna whip that ass, right? Let's listen to Giannis.
That's what me and Sweeney do. You always fight with your brothers. It's something in common. Me and Sweeney, we're so tight, and he always speaks the truth to me, and I always speak the truth to him. We've done this in the past, but just this time was caught up in national TV. But me and Sweeney, we're okay. That's what we do.
And one of the more famous coaching phrases is, you'd rather have to put a fire out than have to start one. It's much harder to start a fire than to put one out. And so I like seeing Giannis with some fire. Now, it's a fine line. You don't want him bullying and punking teammates, but you like to see him establishing himself as the alpha with this Milwaukee Bucks franchise. Now, there are some rumblings that he is growing frustrated with Jason Kidd, who we all know, not exactly an X's and O's genius. So moving forward, how hot will the seat of Jason Kidd get in Milwaukee if they continue to underperform record-wise, at least in this improved Eastern Conference?
I don't know yet. They're going to evaluate him, probably do some testing tomorrow, and then we'll just have to wait and see.
Was he in a lot of pain?
You never know with Blake. I mean, it didn't look good, obviously. So, but we just have to wait and see. I don't know.
Doc, what was? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your view
on the collision that there was no foul call? Yeah, on that one. That was, that's when it happened. You could see right when it happened. I was yelling right away because I thought, and Alonzo was just trying to make a play, but he went in, and usually that's, when you go in like that with that hard, and Blake they call it, but I think Alonzo knocked somebody into Blake, and bam, man, it was like a trigger effect. So, but, what can you do? I don't know, what can you do?
When I talk to guys around the league over these last 4 or 5 days, this is the topic they all want to talk about. This is a very difficult team-building moment for the Clippers. And one of the things the executives are saying is if they get, a couple of weeks down the line here, mid-December, December 15th is an important day in the NBA. That's when all the players in the league are eligible to be traded. If they're still sitting in this position where they're, towards the bottom of the standings, maybe it's time to start looking at what you could get for DeAndre Jordan, Patrick Beverley.
Now that, without a doubt, would be an intriguing move. Without question, they're going to have to include the Brooklyn pick. Tristan Thompson alone, despite how much the Kardashians want this to happen, is not enough to get DeAndre Jordan in Cleveland. Why Cleveland does this, it's very simple. All of a sudden, they have an elite rim protector behind LeBron James, allowing him, Jeff Green, Dwayne Wade to gamble more on the perimeter, as well as an elite lob finisher. Tristan Thompson is the superior rebounder, but that's as far as it goes, and he probably guards the pick and roll better, getting out and switching his feet. But it'll be very interesting moving forward to see where the Clippers go with this. They're going to have to blow it up. Now that Blake has gone down, it's going to have to get blown up, and Cleveland ready to pounce. But just the rumors alone, does that set back the locker room chemistry? Tristan Thompson, a.k.a. T-Top, been through all the battles with LeBron. Just this rumor alone could set back the chemistry of this fragile locker room.
Wait till land in LA. I see they did 5 Fizz. Man, that was a fixed fight, man. You can't expect the coach to win with guys that don't even care about the game. You get rid of Zach, you get rid of Tony Allen, you know what I'm saying? You get rid of the dogs that got, you know. This game has done a lot for our lives, you know what I'm saying? We scratch and grind. The game means something to us. So when you trade players like that, you lose the heart of the team. Yeah, Marc is great. Marc is good. Marc Gasol is one of the top big men in the league. But you got to remember, they got 7-footers in the league now that's shooting threes, that's getting 10 assists, you know what I'm saying? That's getting triple-doubles, Marc. So, you know what I'm saying? You at the bottom barrel of the 7-footers right now because you got 7-footers that's doing a lot. So I say all that to say you can't take Zach and Tony away and expect these guys to win, man. Y'all put Fizz in a bad spot, but you know Fizz gonna handle it like a G. You know what I'm saying? But we know what time it is. We see what's going on. You got players making $100 million, average 9 points. Man, let me tell y'all something too. If y'all think our basketball players cool, you just as dumb as the person who's saying it, all right? And second of all, I don't beef with basketball players because ain't none of them really out here. It's a game, you know what I'm saying? They don't care. Guys don't love the game enough to fight to win. You dig what I'm saying? During games, I was willing to fight to win. That's how much I cared about winning. That's how much I cared about the game. And it ain't about money. Everybody got money. Everybody got money. Yeah, some guys overpaid, some guys underpaid, but everybody got money. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody got money, but it's just the fans appreciate guys like me who played the game and was willing to put my life and my body on the line to win the game. The fans appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it come down to, loving the game. You know, Herm Edwards told me some real game when I was in Bristol. He said, Jack, for professional sports these days, a lot of guys are interested in the game. They don't love it. Trill spit.
So this Chandler, Parsons, and Steven Jackson thing goes actually way back to Parsons' rookie season as a Rocket. If you want to go look up that story, it's pretty funny. Jack hasn't liked the pretty boy for a long time, but let's move on to the real issue at hand, Fizdale and Marc Gasol. If you look at this, man, there's an underlining issue here that Memphis needs to address, the fact that Marc Gasol is a throwback star. Stack Jack kind of alluded to it. His game in the 90s, he would have been a top 3 big in the league. But with today's game, stretching the floor, the athleticism, the versatility, it's hard to keep him on the floor against smaller lineups night in and night out. So whether it be Dave Yeager, Lionel Hollins, or Fizdale, that issue will remain as long as the league continues to trend the way it is.
Take that for data.
Marc Gasol, is he going to ever be really worth his value or his talent? And maybe this Memphis team, much like the Clippers, is eventually going to have to break this thing up with their 2 remaining stars at the back end of their prime in Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all.